Hey guys, coming back for Supergirl Season 1, Episode 13 for the girl who has everything, and I was really looking forward to this episode because the plot really intrigued me. If you guys don't know, this episode is based off of one of the most iconic Superman comics of all time, and they were giving the story to Supergirl, and I was definitely interested in seeing how it was going to be. I'm like, okay, maybe this could be their strongest episode yet. And while there were some really great things about this episode and things that I really enjoyed, I was kind of underwhelmed, I have to say. And maybe it's just because I thought the stakes this episode would be bigger and I thought there'd be more going on. But to me, this didn't feel like that big of an episode. And yeah, there were some really big things about it, but it just didn't all come together, I think, as well as it could have for me. But let's just get in this episode because I do really want to talk about it. And as we know last week, Kara saw that plant basically, and the next thing she knows, she wakes up and a robot, Kelix, asks her how she's feeling. Kelix explains that she's Kara's medical attendant and that Kara's been running a fever, and the robot offers Kara Allura's tunic, and Kara wonders where it came from. Allura comes in, says that she stayed home every day while Kara recovered from Argo fever. She explains the fever brought on hallucinations, but now Kara is home and she's safe, and Kara goes to the window, looks out over Krypton, and basically, she's confused as hell, obviously, because one second she's with Kat and writing for the Daily Play and everything and things like that. She's very, well, not the Daily Planet, I mean Catco. She's writing for Catco, and now, all of a sudden, she seems to be with the lore like everything's okay, so she has no idea what's going on. But let me just say, I think the stealer of this episode, without a doubt, was Kat. Kat was so funny in this episode. I think they've really found a way to get Kat to be funny without making her annoying. I think they really did that here very well. So Kat asks Winn why Kara isn't answering her cell phone. He suggests that she can't since they're in the middle of a solar storm, and it's been scrambling communications, and Kat figures that Kara is afraid that she's going to retaliate for Kara driving Adam away, and insists that she doesn't do, basically that she doesn't do upset, that she's not allowed to get upset, and she tells Winn to tell Kara that it's safe for her to restore her duties, and walks off, and basically, she's thinking that Kara just left in, a rage, and she thinks that it's completely pathetic, and basically, James goes by, Winn asks him if he's seen Kara, they call Alex, who meets them at Kara's apartment, she breaks in, they find Kara on the floor unconscious, an alien plant attached to her chest, and we basically learn that that plant did in fact attack her. Alex calls the DEO, requests a medical evac, and of course, they don't really know what's going on, but I gotta say, I like seeing the team band together to try to save Kara. I mean, this is the first time we've seen this group, all the characters, go on without Kara, and I really like seeing that. He was very interesting to watch, and I thought that was very well done. And yeah, we got to see that in Human for a day, but Kara was still around then. She just didn't have her powers, and there were things like that. But here, she's not even around. So they basically have to carry on all this stuff without her, and I really did like seeing that. So basically, at the DEO base, Alex tells the medics about Kara's condition, and John wonders why James and Winn are there, because obviously they don't really need to be there, and they say that they go where Kara goes. And again, very weird line, and again, I feel like James and Winn are really overbearing, I have to say. I understand that they really care about Kara, but I feel like they're just with her too much. They need to give her some space. They really do. I think Kara wants that space, and while she knows they have to be in her life, I do think she wants some space. And it's clear these guys don't want to give her some space. It's like, just chill, please. Give her some space. It's not hard. So Alex explains that Kara is unresponsive to outside stimuli, but her brain activity is normal. They go to Lord Cell, who we are going to see again. My mistake. We are going to see Lord again. We see quite a lot of him in this episode, actually. Alex grabs him. She demands to know what he's done to Kara because she thinks this is Lord's fault. And Lord says that he doesn't know what she's talking about. So Lord has nothing to do with this. And basically John pulls her away, figures that Lord would tell them anything to save his own neck. And as Alex storms out, John promises that he'll send Alex back if they find out that Lord is lying. Because, John doesn't really trust Lord right now. But I like the way that John handled this. They can't really accuse him of anything because they don't really know if Lord did this. So, Non then informs Astra that the humans are unaware of their plans because of Solar Storm, and this is definitely the most we've seen Astra since the season finale, honestly. If you guys remember, there was that great cliffhanger, not season finale, mid-season finale. There was a great cliffhanger in the mid-season finale, with Non, and we haven't seen anything of that since then. We've seen nothing. We saw that brief fights with Non, and now it's just kind of gone away. So I like seeing Non and Astra once again. Definitely good stuff here, but Astra reminds him that Kara is a dangerous opponent. She realizes that Non did something to her, and he insists that Kara is at peace, and Astra realizes that he used a Black Mercy on him, and says that that's time to implement the next phase of My Raid. And when Astra says that there's always another way, Non reminds her that Allura thought the same, and Krypton was destroyed, and basically they're going to try to convince, obviously Astra doesn't really think that Kara should be out there. And at the DEO, Alex tries to remove the Black Mercy from Kara. Kara goes into convulsions and they have no choice but to stop. They realize if they pull the Black Mercy off by force that it will kill Kara. And I think they did a really great job at showing that this wasn't easy. This wasn't something that they're easily going to be able to solve. This is going to take a lot of work, and I really like seeing that. It's just, again, I don't really think this episode worked as a whole. Kara realizes that she doesn't have her powers and tells Allura that someone is using her memories against her. She sees a sculpture that she made for her father, and Allura assures her that Zor-El loves her, and Kara remembers what happened, but also remembers saying goodbye to her parents in the launch bay and promising to take care of Kal-El. And it's a really great scene. You see that Kara is really upset about what's happened, and she insists that she's going to find out what happened, and then she's going home, because she's convinced that she's just hallucinating. She's convinced that everything's fine, that she's just hallucinating, and she needs to figure something out. She just doesn't know what it is yet. So basically, James and Winn return to Catco. James says that they have to protect her life. Winn worries that he won't have the chance to tell Kara how he feels about her, and I understand why Winn wants to say this, and I understand that he wants to be with Kara. I do, but if that's the only reason why he wanted her back, I think that's really stupid. It really is. I mean, the writing here for Winn and James, it's honestly just become a very hollow, I have to say. It's just not there. I mean, their writing consists of, I love her, and she's gonna love me. He doesn't think that she's not gonna love him back, when she specifically told him, I don't see you that way. So, I don't know why he's telling Kara this. She already knows that he likes her. It's clear to her that he likes her. He doesn't need to tell her this, and I don't know why he feels like he needs to tell her, but for whatever reason, he just does. So, James assures him that she'll be fine. Kat asks Winn where Kara is. He says that she had an allergic reaction to a tick bite, which I think he definitely over-exaggerated a bit, and Kat tells him to tell Kara to be back out to her desk within the hour or she's fired, and she doesn't believe a word of it. She thinks that Kara is just not showing up because of what happened with Adam, and basically, what I liked about Kat here is that she had a reason to be upset. She really did. I mean, her not showing up, yeah, Kat deserves to be upset. That is her boss. I mean, one of the things you need to do at work is show up. You can't just not show up. You're going to be fired if you do that. So I think Kat really did have reasons to be upset here. So at the DEO, John tells his text to get the satellite signals back. Alex advises him to calm down. She explains about Kat's threat to fire Kara. She says that Catco is more than a job for Kara, and it's true. That really is one of the things that motivates Kara. It keeps her identity. It keeps the world from knowing that she is Supergirl because of Kara. A large part of this is because of Catco. You guys have to remember that. And yes, I understand the whole thing with her not wanting Kat to believe her, who I think was really stupid, but it does kind of make sense now because of the fact that this is her way to keep her identity, and she does not want to reveal her identity to the world, which I still don't really understand because the fact that she told fucking everybody in the first episode, I just don't understand it. It doesn't really make sense to me. So soon, a shape-shifted John arrives at Catco, tells James and Winn that he's an agent of the DEO sent to maintain Kara's cover, and John insists that he can handle Kat, goes into her office, and Kat snaps her, and basically he is going to be pretending to be, Kara, which I definitely really liked, and we've seen him do this before with Supergirl, but here I thought it worked a lot better, because it was actually very funny, mainly because John does not know what the hell he's doing here. So basically, Kat snaps her, explains about the solar storm, and tells John slash Kara to set up the story. John tries to take it all in, and Kat complains that there's whole milk in the coffee that John slash Kara brought him, and John slash Kara suggests that she be clear in her instructions, and Kat accuses her of pretending to be someone she's not. She advises John to strap in, and John walks out. So at the DEO, Alex questions the Allura AI about the Black Mercy, yet has no information on it, and Alex is furious that she can't help Kara without when her foster sister is counting on her, and she wishes that she had been a better sister when Kara arrived on Earth, and now she can't do anything. And I thought this was a very strong scene. I really like this scene here. Alex tells the AI that she used to be irritated with the strange girl that embarrassed her in front of her friends at school, and begs the AI to help her, and repeats that it doesn't have sufficient information. And I like that Alex was pretty much the leader of this. Like, she was the one that would do anything to take down Kara, and I really liked, to not take down Kara, to find Kara, and I love seeing that. So Kara insists that her home is back on Earth, but she starts to forget it. Allura reminds her that Earth is thousands of light years away, and Kara runs out, realizing that she's definitely not in the present, and Zor-El then arrives with Allura, and Kara finds herself back in her family apartment. She sees a crack in the furniture that she caused when she tripped chasing after Astra. Astra comes in, reminds her what happened. Then Kara, furious, says that Astra is not responsible for what's happening, but continues losing her memories of her home and her powers, and a young Kal-El appears, asks Kara to help her open a hologram projector. It shows Krypton's system, and Kara takes in the beauty, and basically at the apartment, Alex is looking at photos of her and Kara as children. When Astra arrives, she easily disarms Alex and says that she's there to help Kara, and I like finding this out, that Astra kind of wanted to help her, actually, and Astra explains that the Black Mercy has Kara trapped in her perfect fantasy life. So Kara has to reject it herself. Astra can tell Alex how to help if she trusts her, and Astra sees a photo of Alex and Kara and realizes that they are sisters, and it's not a huge reveal. Like, they don't play it off as something huge because it doesn't really matter as much to Astra. Alex tells her that the two of them have nothing between them, and Astra asks if she's ready to listen, because Alex clearly doesn't want her to think this, but I like that Astra's saying, no, 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 I'm okay with it, just tell me the story. So after Astra tells Alex what to do, Alex meets with John, James, and Winn. John refused to let Alex enter Kara's mind using their virtual reality tech. It's just not a good idea, insisting that it's too risky, and Winn warns that pulling Kara out of the equivalent of heaven will be traumatic, and Alex says that Kara will need James and Winn at her side when she wakes up, and John immediately agrees to let them come to the DEO and says that he'll meet them once he deals with Kat, and basically John goes to Kat and tries to apologize, offers to take the day off, and Kat makes it clear that that's a bad idea, and I love the part where Kat's like, you want Hamilton tickets? I thought that was really funny. Just talking about just that random Hamilton. Any show that will reference Hamilton, that's great. I love it they're doing that. So he figures that the Kryptonians knew about the solar storms and that they're going to make their next move. And the guards bring in Max, Lord, at Alex's request. She says that Kara needs her help, and Alex warns the aliens that attacked his lab are coming back or more, and figures that they have a common enemy. Lord considers and then agrees. So I like that Lord was helping them here. I like seeing that. So at the Kryptonian lair, Astra and Non tell their soldiers that they have to plan packages at 6 locations simultaneously before the humans uncover their plans, and once the soldiers leave, Non asks Astra where she was earlier. He asks if her heart is in the war, and Astra insists that once my raid is in place, the humans will be brought to their knees and Earth will be saved. Because if you remember, she basically wants to do a complete restart. That's what she wants. She wants to get all the humans off because it's not working, and she wants to basically restart everything. So basically, Non admits that he thought she went to the humans because of what he did to Kara, and apologizes for questioning her loyalty. And I thought this was okay, but again, I don't really care. I'm sorry. It's not that Astra's bad. I don't really think they've really done that enough with her. I don't think so. The motive to me has always seemed very hollow. Her just wanting to take out all the bad people and, like, repair Earth, it really hasn't done it for me. I don't feel like it's a very strong motivation, and I really wanted more to her character. I want to care. I don't really care about their characters at all, and I wish I could say I did. I just can't. I can't care because I don't really know as much about them as I want to. So basically, we then see that Alex asks James to stop John from pulling her out of the VR. It looks like she's in trouble, and basically we see that she insists that she's coming out with Kara, or she's not coming out at all. Alex then checks in with Lord, who says the VR helmet will let her experience what Supergirl is experiencing. They put on the helmet on Alex and activate it. Alex wakes up in Kara's apartment on Krypton, and Vasquez tells John that their satellites are offline. Winn suggests that Non is using their own technology against them, and Hank assigns them to the technicians. When he points out that there needs to be an Earth left for Kara to return to, Winn does agree. So Alex looks at Kara, finds her with her family. Kara has fully embraced embraced into the fantasy and doesn't recognize Alex at all. And I love this scene here. She insists she has no sister. Alex explains about the Black Mercy. Kara insists that she is home and knocks Alex unconscious, and basically their plans work. She's now convinced that she is back in with her parents and that there is no Alex, and basically, John orders the Lord to pull Alex out. James stops him. Kara takes Cal's hand and says that he's safe because she's there. And James begs John to give Alex some time. He says that Alex asked him to stop John and realizes that Alex is family to John. And James warns that if John pulls Alex out, then she will never look at him the same way again. And he assures John that Alex, like Supergirl, always finds her way. And that very much is true. This is gonna go Alex's way. She's gonna make sure it does, and there's nothing they can really do about that. So Alex wakes up in front of the High Council, and Astra orders the maximum penalty, which is banishment to the Phantom Zone as an alien spy, and Alex warns Kara that if she's sentenced, then they will both be trapped there forever. Zor-El tells Kara that once Alex is gone, they'll be happy, and Alex, crying, says that she can't promise Kara a life without pain and loss, but it's that pain and loss that makes Kara a hero, and I like this motivation, I did. Krypton shakes, Alex breaks away from her guards. She runs to Kara, but the guard subdues her. Alex begs her sister to remember her life and reject the fantasy because Earth needs Supergirl. Kara remembers her life as Supergirl right away, immediately. Like, literally after she says that, I'm like, oh, I remember. It just wasn't strong enough. I mean, her just begging her, of course she was going to remember. It seemed way too predictable, and I really wanted something more out of this. And Alex insists that she needs her sister. Kara stares at her family, wishes it could be true and she could stay, but it isn't real, and I get that this is kind of like Kara reminiscing on the past, but it just didn't really work, I think, as well as it could have. We didn't get to see enough of Kara and, her family, what they went through, things like that. We didn't get to see enough of that. We saw more of her just giving into their lies, and I really wanted to see more of their family dynamic because we didn't really see it here. So Kara says that Allura told her to be strong, and she promises that Krypton will be in her heart forever. Mother and daughter hug, and then Allura's eyes turn black, and she said that they'll never let her leave. And as reality tears apart, Kara reaches for Alex's hand. Alex wakes up, assumes that Hank pulled her out, and Winn arrives and tells Alex that she convinced Supergirl to come back. They watch the Black Mercy fall to the floor. Supergirl wakes up, asks who did it to her. Alex says that Non did it. Supergirl demands to know where he is, and just the fact that she is already Supergirl and she's gotten out of the trance, again, it just didn't really work for me. So basically, the team meets. John figures that the Kryptonians were trying to distract them from their next move, and Winn analyzed the satellite traffic with the DO computers and learned that there were hidden transmissions. The Kryptonians use Lord Tech servers based in the facility that they attacked earlier. Non left behind a virus to take over the civilian computers, and Peter figures that the 6 satellite farms in the city are the next target, and Supergirl insists that Non is hers while the DEO team heads out. Supergirl finds Non at one of the satellite farms, attacks him. She tells him that he made her lose her parents in her world again, beats him. When Supergirl throws Non across the yard, he triggers a device. Astra arrives at another farm, plants her device. Alex arrives shooting. Astra warns her that her duty to save Kara doesn't extend to Alex, and she wants to save Kara. She's not going to let Non kill Kara, and Alex figures that Astra helped Kara because she loves her, and her heart isn't in the war, and Astra grabs Alex by the throat, and I don't understand exactly why she did this. I mean, does she not want anyone to be there for Kara? I mean, it just felt very strange. Alex pointed out that she had better of chances to kill her and Kara, but she hasn't because she doesn't want to. She tells Astra to give it up and asks her to help them, and John arrives in his Martian form, knocks Astra away. He says that he is the last, and he won't let take Earth from him. They fight. Astra throws John into the sky, and Non warns Supergirl that she can't stop them, just like Allura couldn't stop them. Supergirl punches him, says the people on Earth are her family, and she will protect them with her life. She knocks him down. Non says that humanity is the disease, and Myra is the cure, and basically, he blasts her back, and Astra attached the device to the satellite. John returns the attack. She gets the upper hand, prepares to cut his throat. Alex runs her through with a Kryptonian blade, and Astra is killed. No. Just, no. I'm honestly really upset about this. Astra was set up to be the villain of this season, and now she's dead, and that really pisses me off because I don't really think we got enough with her. Yes, we got her wanting to protect Kara, yeah, we got all that, but we didn't get anything else. What is her motivation? What happens to her? Why is she doing this? I wanted to find out more about her, and we just didn't get that chance to, and I was very disappointed because I have to tell you guys, I really wanted to see more of this character, and I was very upset that they used that she was killed in this episode. I mean, that's the main thing that made me really upset. I'm like, why did they just kill Astra? I don't understand it, because it really doesn't change anything. Not until Supergirl that he won't die again, and brings the radar dish on the satellite farm with his heat vision. He flies off, Supergirl catches the dish, Alex calls Supergirl their location, says that there was a fight, and John lies and says that he killed Astra when of course he didn't. And I do find this very interesting, claiming that there was no other way, and of course it was Alex that did, and I don't know if Alex is at one point going to come clean to Kara. That could be interesting, but basically Supergirl goes to her aunt. Astra says she's happy to see that Alex was able to bring her back. Supergirl says that Astra was in her fantasy at her family, and Astra tells her that Non will kill Supergirl and everyone she loves if she stands in her way. Supergirl begs Astra to tell her what my raid is before it's late. Astra says that it already is before dying, and that it's too late. She can't tell her. So as Supergirl weeps over her mother's body, her aunt's body, I mean, Kryptonians fly down, and Alex and John tell Supergirl they have to go. She reluctantly leaves with them. Later, Non looks at the body of his wife, his lieutenant, and Tor promises that Astra didn't die in vain, and Myraid is operational, so they can in fact use it. And I just don't see Non as a very compelling villain. I saw him as a sidekick. I saw him as the guy that wanted to do something but wasn't let because of Astra. And I don't know. As a villain, now he's going to be the villain of the season. We'll have to see what they do with him. Let me just say that. I can't say that it's totally ruined because I want to see what they do with Non. I want to hope they're going to do more with him, but we'll have to see. So John as Vasquez examined the device that Astra was using. Alex reports they lost 2 squads. Her superior said that she made the right decision as a soldier, and Alex warns him that Supergirl is taking it. She asks why he lied to Supergirl about killing Astra, and John says that he doesn't want her to see Alex as anything other than her hero, and I think it's good that she said that, but again, she's gonna have to come clean at some point. But I really did love the ending of this episode. Kara returns home, finds Alex, Winn, and James cleaning up her place. She explains that she met herself at Krypton because for the past few weeks she's been feeling lost like she did when she first came to Earth. However, Kara came back because they're her family. Winn assures her that they're friends. James gets out pot stickers and ice cream, and as James and Winn set up, Alex tells Kara there's something she should know. John tries to cover for her with Kat. They decide to set the problem together until the next day and celebrate for the night, and that's how the episode ends. And I like the way this episode ended with them basically making it seem like everything's alright when it's not. But again, guys, I just don't really know if this episode really worked for me. I mean, Winn and James really didn't serve much of a purpose here. I don't even know why they were here. For the past few episodes, they haven't even served a purpose. James has not been relevant in the show, I think, since like episode 9, I think. That was the last time. No, episode 8. That was the last time I think James was actually relevant and did something interesting. Just for God's sake, give these two something to do, because I'm tired of this just being who gets Kara. It's annoying. It really is. And the fact that Winn thinks he can convince Kara, because to me that's what it seems like it is. It seems like he wants to convince Kara that she's the right girl for him, but it's just really stupid. I don't know why they're going where they're going with this, and I don't really like it, I have to say. Astra dying, I just don't feel it. I don't really feel it, guys. I don't really care that she died. It's indifferent to me. It really is. And Non being the villain, I don't know how to feel about. But the most interesting stuff is Alex killing Astra. Is Alex going to confess to Kara that she did this? Obviously, right now, John's trying to cover up, but it's going to come out at some point. I mean, she's going to say it. We know it's going to happen. She was about to tell Kara, and how much longer can John cover up for? That's really the big question. How much longer? We'll have to see. But over, guys, I thought this was a really strong episode. I just felt it would have benefited more, once again, had it been several episodes rather than one. I'm tired of this show just doing one episode, everything's okay, move on to next week. It's really annoying. The Flash does a great job at not giving you all this closure, and this episode clearly did that, and I'm not a fan of that. I definitely want them to do more and stop doing this one episode stuff. But over, guys, I know you guys saw this episode. Like I said, I really did enjoy it. It just wasn't as strong as it could have been. And I will see you guys in the next show, which will be for a trailer reaction, actually a TV promo reaction rather, and I will see you guys for that. Okay, bye.